The one and only Dave Allen, kind enough to join us on this Tuesday evening. Dave, great to meet you. Thank you so much for doing this, and congratulations on the incredible win. I called it the greatest moment of your career. Is that a fair assessment? I think it is, but would love to hear it from you.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me on. Got the kids to bed. I'm worse for wear. And winning my career, I don't think it's out the Lucas Brown fight for me personally. I'm from Doncaster, which is a little town up north. It's not the most glamorous place. And at 27, I headlined the biggest arena in the UK. Beat a guy that held a version of the world title. So for a kid at 27, and at 27, my life was pretty hectic. And to headline the O2, a kid from a little village 3 or 4 hours up north, I don't think I'll ever top it, really. I was really proud of that, really, really proud of it. And I was happy with Saturday. It's really given me a springboard to finish my career and hopefully pick up a belt and definitely have some stability financially and otherwise. But the Lucas Brown night, I don't think I'll ever top it.
Okay, and that's fair. And by the way, I always love how sort of brutally honest you are, especially from this vantage point. I was watching your video that you posted on your YouTube channel just about an hour or so ago, saying that you were tired of watching Peppa Pig with your kids. I've been there before, my friend. I've been there before. I get it. Sometimes it gets a little tiresome. But you did say something that really caught my attention there. You say you don't think you'll ever top that. You don't think you'll ever top that moment. You're red hot now. You're the talk of the town. Why can't you top it? Why can't you go on a 3, 4, 5 fight winning streak now and get back to the O2?
Well, first of all, Peppa's rude, I think.
You think so?
I think she's rude, yeah. She rubs me up the wrong way, to be honest. She irritates me a little bit. And probably more importantly, it'd be nice to top that. Yeah, it would be nice. I just think when I was doing things in my 20s, I was doing them even though it was against all odds, really. Like when I boxed Johnny Fisher on Saturday, if I hadn't beat Johnny Fisher Saturday, I'd have been heartbroken, Been boxing 17 years now, national amateur champion. When I turned pro, at least locally, everyone was like, this boy can, box for world titles. And that went down the wayside in my 20s. I got a little bit lost. Life kind of got in the way for me. But at 33 now, I have a normal life. I've got a family, I've got kids, I have stability, I have world-class boxing coaches. I should be beating Johnny Fisher. So I'm doing what I should be doing now. Finally at 33, I'm doing what I should be doing. So yeah, if I win the British title, that would probably top beating Lucas Brown at the O2. If I beat some really big names, that would top it as well. But beating Johnny Fisher for me didn't quite do that because I expected to win Saturday. And more so, if I didn't win Saturday, I'd have been gutted. I was adamant I was going to win.
Dave, I spoke to Darren after. Darren Barker, obviously, look, Darren trained you before, and he said the motivation is what's changed you now. He said the talent was always there. I think we all knew the talent was there. And he said it's the kids. He said you're no longer doing it for yourself anymore. You're doing it for your kids, your family. Has that been the big change in everything, in getting to the gym, what you're doing with Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis? Is it the kids? Is it that simple?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really do things for me. I'm not interested. If I was left to my own devices, before I met my missus, I didn't even have a sofa, I didn't have a bed, I didn't have a kettle, I didn't have anything. I just slept on the floor. I had a TV. I think I had a TV and 2 settee cushions. I'm not really a guy. I don't do things. I don't like doing things. I don't want to do things. I'm not interested. I used to just. I can't believe how many years passed me by. I met her, had the kids, and I look at my kids and I love them. I get emotional thinking about them. So I just. I want to give them nice things. I've got no real hard luck story. My upbringing, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. It was a working class upbringing. It wasn't. It was hard at times, but there's no real hard luck stories or nothing really to write home about. It was just hard. But I don't want my kids to have a hard life. I don't want them to go without. I want them to have everything. I want I'm too soft with him, to be honest. My daughter's gonna be a nightmare. You know, when she gets a boyfriend when she's in the 40s, I feel sorry for him because he's gonna be hard for him. You know, so yeah, I just want to give him everything. So I'm away in Manchester 4 days a week. I'm training hard. My diet needs a bit of work, to be honest. But yeah, the kids really. My nan passing away really was the start of me maturing. Really, my nan passed, and my nan passed 10 years earlier. You know, my life would have been over. But at
Mm.
30, I'd already settled down a little bit. My life was a bit more normal. And I always feel so guilty saying it, but my nan passing away really was like, and it sounds horrible to say, but like, it changed me for the better, really. She, her passing away changed me, matured me overnight, hardened me, um, broke me heart, but really showed me that, you know, yeah, it's hard to put into words really because it's not something I've ever had to put into words before, um, but really, yeah, difficult for me to put into words right now. But yeah, I'm a man now. I'm a man, and I've got kids, and I just want to go and do my best for them.
I think it's this type of raw emotion, Dave, and I think I speak for everyone here. And this is the reason people get behind you. I was there, as you know, on Saturday, and you're walking out into what was Johnny Fisher's crowd. And normally you'd expect a few boos, and it wasn't there. And you walked out, and it was cheers as well. Like you've almost sort of turned his fans to love you as well, which I found fascinating. Are you surprised they took the rematch, considering that many people, I think most thought you won the first fight? Are you surprised they didn't think, okay, we got away with that one. Let's kind of move on to something else?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I walked out on Saturday. And I thought, are they going to boo me? Are they not? And you know, people say, "Oh, he's a nice guy," and I just think I'm a little twat. You know, like I'm a naughty little man. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm just a naughty guy. Like I'm myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm not an angel. Do you know what I mean? So, and I think that's why people like me really because I'm just a normal person. You know, I think I'm a good-hearted fella, but I'm a little twat as well. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind. I'll have a little dig here and there and do this and have a laugh and whatever else. I'm one of the boys. I'm not an angel. I'm one of the boys. So, and I think that's why people are taking to me, and that's nice. But in terms of the fight itself, the rematch, yeah, I told him myself. I said the day after the first one, I said, Johnny, I literally told him on camera, off camera, I said, Johnny, don't box me again next because when I boxed in Saudi Arabia, I'd had 6 rounds with Fraser Clark, and apart from that, I'd not had a real fight for 5 years. So I boxed Johnny the first time. The first 3 or 4 rounds were hard. My timing was off. Wasn't even off. It wasn't even there. Like I got through the first 3 or 4 rounds, being a tough old man who's got a bit of experience, and then I got to him in 5 rounds, and I shouldn't have been getting to anybody in 5 rounds. I got myself. I was just fit. I was just fit and hard. I had a bit of experience, but the first fight did me the world of good. As soon as I got back in the gym, I thought, wow, then 10 rounds did me the world of good. And I thought Johnny Fisher cannot live with me, and I got back in the gym February time. I spotted Pat Brown. I was about 22 stone nearly. I put about 3 stone on, 3 or 4 stone on over Christmas and January because I'm an animal. That's what I do. And yeah, I spotted Pat Brown. And I got back in the gym and I thought, wow, I'm 4 stone, 4 stone overweight. And I felt sharp as anything. Felt really sharp. And then fast forward to March, April, and me, Jamie, and Nigel said, look, Johnny Fisher, he cannot compete with me. And Saturday, that was the case really. I do feel I could have ended it in a round or two if I wanted to, if I'd have let my hands go. But I'm very cautious and safety first, and I went the rounds and waited till he was gone and took him out. It was Johnny Fish is a nice fella, and he will be a good fighter, but he's a raw novice fighting someone who in me isn't a world beater. But to beat me, you have to be pretty good, and he's not there yet.
Mm.
Why didn't you celebrate, Dave? Why was your reaction what it was when you scored the knockout?
Well, Johnny Fisher is my mate. Like I do like him. He's someone I admire him. To be honest, he's younger than me. He's a really nice fella, you know. Really nice fella. He's like me, but without that bit of devil in him. Do you know what I mean? Like he's a nice guy, you know. So But it wouldn't have mattered if it was Johnny Fisher or someone else I didn't like. I would never celebrate. I walked to the ring, and on the way to the ring, I could see his old man and his mum and his brothers and sisters. So when he goes down face first, my first thoughts, I put my arms in the air, raised my arms, looked over, saw he was flat on his face, and his mum and dad are watching. And if it was the other way around, my mum and dad were watching. I wouldn't want someone running around celebrating till they
Yeah.
know that I was all right. So it's not. It's Johnny Fisher is my mate and that, but it's just a right and wrong thing, really. I'm not going to celebrate while he's down. I've got nothing against him, and I'm not even a celebratory guy anyway. Really, you know. I've not really celebrated since. The most exciting thing I've done. What's the most exciting thing I've done since? I had a Diet Coke after the fight. I had a bottle of Diet Coke. Did I eat anything? Didn't even eat anything.
Nothing.
I had a Diet Coke. What did I do? I had a Diet Coke. I had about 6,000 pictures in the hotel, and I had a bath. I can't even shower because I perforated my eardrums. I had to have a shower. So,
Well, I did see a lovely photo of you bringing the belt to your father, and I love the description. Had to go take the belt to see my dad. He watched the fight, bladdered in a snooker hall in Donnytown Center. Some man.
yeah,
That's
yeah, he's well known. My dad, he's a madman. He's mad. He's crazy. I'm my mother's son. I'm the child of my mum. I'm easygoing. I'm a nice guy, chilled out. Yeah, my dad's a loony bin. That's why he's not allowed to come to the boxing. He'd have been
yeah. Why
fighting with
not?
Johnny Fish. He'd be probably be scrapping with Johnny Fish's dad. Yeah, I ain't got time for that. That's yeah. And you laugh, yeah. People laugh when I say that, but I'm serious. My dad will fight anybody. He used to have an Instagram account called Dave Allen Fight Any Man. He'd fight anybody, that man. Yeah, he's mad. So, but my dad was a good fighter as well. He had 100 fights, amateur and pro, box for England, 30 pro fights, never been stopped. He was a good fighter, but he's still not safe to leave the house. So he went to the snooker hall in town, bladdered he were. A few people texted me to see dad's steaming down Silver Street. So, he enjoyed it, took the belt to him. We have a mad relationship really. It's a mad one, but he's my dad and I love him. So I was happy to make him proud.
Dave, the weight. I've got to talk to you about the weight. Look, you fooled everyone because you still look flat on your feet. I mean, sorry, sort of on your toes. You look good.
Yep.
So regardless of what the weight was, you got the job done. What do you think is your best weight though, Dave? If it was like the biggest fight of your life is coming up, what weight is Dave Allen?
No, it's a difficult one to answer really because common sense says like I should be a lot lighter. I had a DEXA body scan, and they said
Mm.
to me at 10% body fat I could do 17 stone 3. Because the first question was, can I do bridger weight? That was the first question I asked,
Wow.
which is 16 stone 4. And he said you can do 17 stone 3, and you can do a 13-pound cut, walk, cut, whatever it is. So I said 17 stone 3, okay. So now for me personally, I watched David Price at 17 stone 3, and I felt shocking. Felt terrible. Couldn't punch. No punch resistance. I watched Lucas Brown at 17.6, but I think at 33, I'm twice the size I was at 27. If you look at Lennox Lewis in his early days, even in his mid to late 20s, and you look at him again in his mid to late 30s, he was twice the size. I think I've
Yeah.
matured a
Yeah.
lot, but it's difficult. I weighed 18.13, but I weighed 18.5 for the first fight, but I had a belly for the first fight. And madly enough, if I weighed 17, if I had 0% body fat, I still have a belly. I'm that guy. Like I've got an awful body. I've got a good job I'm handsome because my body's terrible. I've got the worst body I've ever seen. It's horrible. Like it's just terrible. I don't even know how I've got kids. It's horrible. My body. It's mad. But my perfect weight. Yeah, I've sparred a lot of people, and when I've been heavy, I sparred one guy, Simon Valley, Commonwealth Games gold medalist back in the day, and I'll never forget. It was years ago. I sparred him once. I was big. I was really big and heavy. And after the spar, he said, "Dave, seriously, you hit so much harder with the weight on." So, and
Mm.
then as I got a bit older, I'm a bit more analytical and looking at stuff and thinking more and watching my fights and watching other heavyweights from this era and eras gone by. And I'm not fast of feet. I'm not fast of foot. I've got fast hands with a single punch, but I don't throw combinations really. I'm clever. I'm a really clever fighter, physically strong, heavy-handed, and tough. So for me to even think about like having low body fat so I could be sharp, it makes no sense because that's not what I'm about. So there's no way I can be boxing under 18 stone because it takes away my advantages and it's just going to make me a little bit sharper when I'm not a sharp guy anyway, you know? So for me, I think anywhere between 18.5 and 18.13 the other day. If I weigh over 19 stone when I'm taking the piss, I ate shit for this fight anyway. My diet was probably 50-50 good and bad. But my weight for me isn't really a huge factor, I don't think. And the side when I was 18.5, I weighed in first thing in the morning. We did a ceremonial weighing. So I weighed 18.5 in the morning. If I'd have got weighed in the morning the same time this time, I'd probably been 18 stone 7, 18 stone 8. So really, it was only a 2 or 3 pound differential, really, because I got
Yeah.
weighed in 4 hours later. So, yeah, like people said my thing the other day, certain YouTubers out there, not even about the weight, really. People chat shit. They haven't got a clue what they're talking about. That's the top and bottom of it. You know, not even the weight. The weight wasn't even a factor. The weight isn't a factor. £8 for a fella who walks around at 22 stone isn't a factor. I can get weighed on a Friday morning at the gym, and I can have a mad weekend, and I can go back to the gym Monday morning, and I put on between £10 and £16. So realistically, £8 is different. I didn't weigh it at the same time. It's mad, really. It's mad. People, yeah, it's experience, and I know the crap. When I weighed at 18.13, didn't even give it a thought, to be honest. It wasn't a worry at all.
Right, hey, you look good. You look good. The gas tank looked good. So whatever the weight is, it's working for you. What next, Dave? I hate when we have to ask that question. But you know what it's like? You beat someone. It's always like, oh, what next? What's next? And I thought Jamie Ward did a really good interview of you in the ring, sort of asking that question as well. Is it the winner of David Adelaide, Jimmy TKV, British title fight? Is that now the aim, the goal?
You know what, it's about levels as well, really. Like Johnny Fisher, I'm not sure how good he is, really. So I'm not sure how good I am because of that. I know I'm a good fighter. I've sparred all the world champions. I've boxed some very good fighters. I boxed Dylan White, Lewis Ortiz back to back. I had 10 amateur fights. I only got out of the first round, I think, 4 times. I had 10 pro fights. I think I only got out of the first round 6 times. And I boxed Dylan White. It took him 10 rounds. Lewis Ortiz took him 7. I'm not even trained for Lewis Ortiz. So the narrative that I've never been any good is completely false. Is wrong. A lot of natural talent, and I was tough and strong. I was always decent. I'm never going to be a world beater because there's factors involved. Like my arms are 4 inches long, and that's from shoulder to the end to my fingertips as well. I'm built like a T-Rex. I'm slow, and I don't hit that hard at the highest level. So I'm never going to go to the very top, and I'm all right with that. I accepted that a long time ago because I sparred the U6 and the Furies. You get to see the levels, but yeah, I hold on to if I can win a British title, a Commonwealth title, push on for European titles, beat some big faded names because in 100 years' time, we're all dead anyway. So when they look back and go, oh, Dave Allen beat him, it don't matter if you're 46, still beat him. So, yeah, I have all kind of aspirations and ambitions, really. I missed Eddie Hearn 6 times today. Missed him 6 times with 6 different ideas. I followed him back on Instagram yesterday. He unfollowed me a
I
couple of
see
years
that.
ago.
Yeah, first
Yeah,
time.
he unfollowed me first. Eddie unfollowed me, and I thought you're cheeky, you are. So I unfollowed him back, yeah. Then after I boxed Fisher in Saudi, he goes and follows me again, and I thought, yeah, I can see you, but I ain't following you back. But now, obviously, I've signed with him. I thought I'd follow you back, so I followed him back, sent him 6 ideas through. He puts, he sends me laughing reactions back, but I'm serious. He thinks I'm joking. I ain't joking.
Can you tell us
I'm not
those? What
joking
are
at
the
all.
6?
Oh, loads of ideas. I've got ideas coming out my ears. I've
I
got
want to
loads.
hear them. I want to hear them.
You don't want to hear them. You'll laugh at me as well.
No,
But
I won't. We're backing
the
you.
plan, the plan is going to headline locally in
Okay.
September.
Okay.
But I don't want to wait till September because if I'm boxing in September, I'm thinking I'm not going to go back to the gym till mid-July. So I said to Ed, like, I want to box. I want to box before September. Why wait? There's a fellow called Chris Lovejoy I was meant to box 5 years ago,
Oh, the
an
big
American
American.
guy. the American guy. Meant to box him years ago. He's 22-1-1. And look, to be honest, he ain't very good, but that don't bother me, to be honest. So I thought, well, if I'm going to keep busy, I'd love to box him. Then we go Sheffield, defend the belt I've just won. And at the end of the year, if the British title is ready, like say Adelaide TKV, love to box the winner. And if not, I'd box anybody. Box anybody at that point, not bothered. So yeah, I've got all kinds of ideas. I'll box anybody though, and that people know that about me. Some people say, "Oh, I'll box anybody." Me, I will box anybody. I've lost 7 times, not really much to lose at this point. So, but I would like a couple of fights. I think I'm still getting better, and I still think I think I've had 21 rounds in 6 years. So, yeah, I think I can still get a little bit more out of myself. So hopefully, I'm given the chance, and Eddie will get another 7 texts tomorrow, another 5 the day after. So he's either going to unfollow me again, or he's going to give me what I want. So one or the other, I'm happy with.
Dave, what would you like to see Johnny Fisher do? How does he navigate this point?
He has to improve. He has to improve. He didn't show any improvement from December till May, which is worrying for me. And people said to me earlier, like, "Why? Well, you're not his mate. You say not nice things about him." But I say that because I am his mate. He's a good guy, really good fellow, proper nice fellow, really nice, He's the kind of guy you'd leave your missus in the house with, and you're all right. That's what he is. He's a good man, He's sound. He's a really good bloke. He's a proper bloke. But like, he ain't got no better since December. Didn't learn a thing. Didn't learn anything. Gone backwards. Didn't learn anything, and his confidence was shattered. I'd done him in the build up. I've done him. Yeah, because people think I'm daft, yeah, but I'm not daft. I'm actually on the sly, quite intelligent. Because I act daft and I tell jokes. Listen, I was playing games from December 21st. Tell me the rematch might happen. So I'm playing games straight away. That don't mean I don't like him. It's the game's the game. I've got kids. I'll do what I got to do to beat her, and it worked. I was playing games from the get go. The rematch might happen, right? Okay. Planted a few seeds. I was telling them what I think they should be doing in the rematch. Even back then, I was saying things that weren't true because I knew that's what I'm about. I'm that guy. I'm a survivor. I grew up with sisters. You have to survive in this game. You have to be smart. So I worry for him because he didn't show any signs of improvement. I think there's loads of things. There's loads of them, but he has to improve. But the kind of fella he is, given the chance, he will improve. He will improve. He has lots of raw attributes that can be worked on, but he needs to do it. He needs to be matched properly. The first fight against me was understandable. Everyone thought I was shot to bits, and I'll finish. So yeah, let's box Dave Allen and chin him because no one's dropped him. That's fine. And I thought it was a good match for him as well. Cause I'm not sure what I've got left myself. The second time, whoever's idea the rematch was, do you know what I mean? I'm not sure. I'm not sure they should still be involved in working with moving forward because I told him. I even told him myself. I even said, "Don't do it again." If your opponent says, "Don't box with me," even though it's the biggest fight for them financially and otherwise, you probably should listen to him really.
Yeah.
And I'm genuinely being a nice guy, even though I was planting seeds if the rematch did happen because I had a feeling they would push for it. But I want him to do well, and I would help him if they ever said to me, "Look, can you help us in any way? Can you any pointers? Come down to the gym, do some body sparring, did bit of this, bit of that." I would love to because like people saying, like, "Oh, you say this and that." I say he hasn't improved since the first fight. I said he was poor the other day, and he comes from a place of like actual friendship. Like when your mate goes out, yeah, and he's wearing some mad outfit, or like his hair looks shit. I'm gonna tell him. You
Yeah.
tell him, don't
Respect.
you? You
Respect.
you tell him. You don't let him go out looking like a dick, do you? You say, "Oh, you're like an idiot. What are you doing?" So it's only the same idea, really. So he needs to improve a lot drastically. Because the heavyweight division is not something to be messed about with, you know. And I learned how to defend first, and yeah, I got beat a few times because of it, because I was safety first and I was very defensive, and my output was low. But I ain't never been on the canvas, and I never will be seen on there. And he needs to learn how to box.
Dave, one last
You know,
one, and we'll let you go because I know it's getting late there. You talked
and
about.
I will talk all night as well.
No, it's okay. I love it. I mean, that's why
I will go.
I urge people to check out the YouTube channel. It's great raw insight into your mind. You talked about being a survivor. If we would have spoke, 5 years ago, 2020, you announced your retirement from the sport. You're going through a tough time, and I would have told you that it would have turned out this way. That you'd work your way back up. That you'd get an opportunity like this. That you'd headline. That all of a sudden you'd be in demand. That you'd be with Eddie. All this stuff. Would you have believed me, or would all of this have sounded too crazy?
You know what? I would have believed it. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, because even though I am modest, I'm modest because sometimes I have low confidence, and I do have low confidence. Sadly, it was the first fight I've ever been into. I bought some journeymen. I bought some terrible journeymen as well. I bought people I shouldn't even have a license, to be honest. They were really bad. But even then, I've been known to talk myself into thinking I'm going to get beat somehow. So I am low confident. But at the same time, while I'm low on confidence with my boxing and stuff, I don't know. Like I said, my life for a majority of it was a bit of a struggle. Like, never had much, never did this and that. But I just always found a way. I always found a way to have something. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I don't know really. I've always just been like one of them guys, like when you're at school and the big group, you get in trouble. Mate, I'd come out of it smelling the roses. Me, like I was like guy, like I was born lucky, get away. I don't know what it is. Like just a lucky guy, really. Always been lucky, and it's better to be lucky than anything else, I think. So I'm just a lucky guy, really. I've got great support, and I did think I'd come back. I did a post, I think in 2021, I think after I came back in the 4-rounder, and I said I'll headline the O2 again, and I believed it. And I didn't know how we were going to do it because I couldn't see how I could beat anybody any good. But I still thought I'd do it. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not good at much, but I'm not. That's the thing with me. Like, I'm not really good at anything, but I'm good at doing things and maths.
And maths. All right.
Maths.
I wasn't expecting that one, but
I'm like a mathematician, genuinely a mathematician.
Wow. All right.
That's what I do. That's my secret trick. That's my go-to. Like,
Well,
give me two numbers, and I'm there. Boom.
36 divided by 4.
That's 9. But I'm talking like I'm a high level guy. I'm a high level. Like that's some.
By the way, that was very quick. That was very quick.
That was very quick.
I thought I was giving you a decimal.
I'm a maths guy. Like, genuinely mathematician levels of maths.
81 times 2.
162.
Yo, okay.
I'm a serious maths guy. Like, honestly, yeah. That's it. Yeah.
364 divided by 6.
364 divided by 6.
Yeah, when
that's
you start repeating.
60.75.
All right, you're
It's
killing.
A difficult question. Yeah, it's a difficult question.
I was just trying to throw you off.
Yeah,
you're the man,
right.
Dave.
Yeah.
No, this was a great.
Thank you. Yeah,
this was a great chat.
Good.
Congratulations, all the best to you, and looking forward to what you do next. And I think you could get back to the O2. All right, stop being so down on yourself and self-deprecating. Although that's your charm. I like that about you.
That is his charm. It's the word.
I'm just going to say it right now. We're going back to the O2.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
All right,
yeah, we're going there.
There you go.
I love it.
There you go.
I love it. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah,
have a good night's rest.
Anyway.
All the best.
Cheers, Dave.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.